All right, now we're going to talk about using trig to find missing angles. Our last video we learned how to find a missing side. Now if we've got two sides, then we can find a missing angle. If you have two angles in a right triangle, you don't need to use trig, right? You need to use triangle sum. So you're looking for two missing angles in a right triangle, but you need to have two sides. We're going to also use show you how to use the inverse trig function. So let's take a look. And in this scenario, we have we're gonna do start the same way as the others. This is the angle that I'm looking for, and so I'm going to label the sides that I have. So this one is adjacent to that angle, and this one is the hypotenuse. So once again, just like before, I'm going to look at SOHCAHTOA and see what I'm using. So I'm using adjacent and hypotenuse, so that is my cosine function. So what I'm looking at is the inverse cosine. So the cosine of the angle theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, so in the school calculator, I'm going to enter 12 divided by 17, and then I can hit the equals. Then I'm going to come over here and hit the green button, the second green button, and that's going to get me to the inverse functions, and I'm going to hit then cosine if I'm using cosine. And that's going to tell me the angle measure. So when you do that for this one, try it out. I got 45.0991, so we can round that up to 45.1 degrees. So it would say that this angle right here is about a 45-degree angle, close to it. Okay, so on your school calculator, 12 divided by 17, second, and then cosine will get you there. All right, let's try another one. Solving for angles A and B. So angle A is the first one we're going to do. So what is this? This is opposite. What is this one? This is adjacent. Who uses opposite and adjacent? It's tangent. So tangent of the angle A is equal to opposite over adjacent. All right, so I'm going to enter 7 divided by 4. Then I'm going to hit my inverse and then my tangent key. And when you do that, you will get an angle A, which is 60.2551. I'll just round it to 2.5, which would really be 60.3 degrees. Okay, then it says solve for angle B. So here, I'll switch colors. Angle B, this one. All right, well, how is this? This is now the opposite side, and this is the adjacent side. And it's still tangent, it's still opposite and adjacent. So tangent of B is going to be 4 over 7. Do 4 divided by 7, inverse, second key, then tangent, and you're going to get B value of, I got 29.7448. So we'll just write down 29.7. All right, so solving for theta, this is opposite, this is hypotenuse. So who uses O and H? SOHCAHTOA. O and H is sine, so I'm going to say the sine of theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. Enter 31 divided by 36. Hit your in second key, then your sine key. And I came out with 59.4415. So theta equals 59.4 degrees, rounding to the nearest tenth. All right, one more. Angle B. Solving for this angle, So I'm going to label this is the adjacent side, this is the hypotenuse. Who uses adjacent and hypotenuse? So ka choa cosine. Cosine of angle B is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. 6 divided by 10 in your calculator equals, second button, cosine button, B is equal to 53.1301. So that's the angle measure there. All right, so not too bad. You definitely want to have a calculator for this work, but those are your inverse trig functions. All right, have a good day. Bye-bye.